think I'm ready.
Yeah.
And you can see here I actually opened it twice there, which is partly why it took a little longer. Right, so it's a new standard IPT, so either go there. So don't go sheet metal, you get to extra tab, which is for sheet metal parts. Even I don't know how to use the sheet metal. So it's setting up a standard IPT here. And again, it takes a little while. Once you've got the part ready, a lot of people have been kind of ignoring this, but you need to make your sketch on the XY plane. It just makes everything a lot more simple. So once it's loaded up, and again, it's taking a while. So new sketch on the XY plane. And you can see mine looks a little different. So the first instructions, and I'm not going to name anyone, but stay on the blue screen and make sure you're watching here, please. Everybody. Connor. Tim. Blue screen. Okay, so what I've asked you to do is go to Tools, Application, Options. And on the colors, on the Sketch tab, you check Grid Lines and Snap to Grid. So I'll just use Control to see. So that's where Snap to Grid is, and that's Grid Lines. And we've seen this before in other applications, John. So there are 1/8 of an inch grids, and the Snap to Grid. So when I go back to the Sketch tool, you'll see it snapping on the 1/16 of an inch. So there are snaps, and you can see them jumping around. It's a bit like drawing. Now you're looking for a 1x1, and my recommendation is you try to sketch it roughly in the middle, like that. So I then double check that you got the size right, and I went 1/4 of an inch too big. So click on dimension, click, 1x1. And you can see here that that is now nice and symmetrical. Finish the sketch, extrude. Now, so the reason I do it this way is because it makes everything else very simple. So first of all, we're going to fill it. And a lot of people did not read the full line. If you use Feature, you click on the whole dice, apply. It does all 8 corners it does all 12 corners at the same time. Next, a new sketch here. And I will do the 5. So obviously, let's escape that. Obviously, the center is where the origin is. And I'm going 1 diagonal. So I'm making the center point on the grid. And then I go 1 diagonal to the 16th. And that way, what actually happens, it actually makes all the circles exactly the same size. Finish sketch, and then we do the extrude. And I'm not sure why it didn't go to the home tool. Now, of course, I do not want to extrude them like that. It is going to be a cut, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the distance is 0.02. So it sounds small, but for some of the other stuff, it isn't. Opposite the 6 would be the 2. Opposite the 1 is opposite the 5 is the 2, the 6 the 1, and the 4 the 3. So opposite sums add up to 7. Once you've got all the sides done, which I don't need to go over with you, I think I said do the fillet. And someone can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I said 0.08. And again, if you do the feature, it makes it really easy because you simply fill it, the whole thing at once. Then you've got the 3 levels of color. So you change the color of the whole thing. You change the color of features as you like. And then you change the color as the dots is quite easy by holding shift down. And you can change them all at once if you have them like that. So you should have a dice with all those, the dots sided on it, okay? Once you've done that, make sure you are saving to 25 username, which is your F drive, and save it as dice. And once you have saved it, make a drawing. So this will be out of 100. So you do a new standard IDW. And you should know how this works. Keep your dice open. And then when you do the base view, it should come in. Let's see how the scale goes. So the scale is fantastic. Make sure you've got shaded. And it's click once, twice, 3 times. Right click, OK, or hit OK there. And that will give you the 3 views. And I hope to be able to check if you think you're all done. I'm going to suggest you go to a new thing, which can be seen on the modeling tools over here. And next class, I'll be going over freeform. So freeform is actually really a lot of fun. It's really different. It is very intuitive, and it's also pretty amazingly advanced. Thank you very much. Get busy.